And are we still meeting after this with Daniel?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Hello, everyone. Sheila and I are going to be walking you guys through the update call. Everybody's coming in and joining. We'll keep hitting that. So as we get started here, I'm going to cover some more details today because we're getting closer to full on launch. We're still in the pre-launch stages. We're getting teachers interested, and then we're gonna like, this is going to be real apparent here soon. All the copy will be legally approved and we can put out to everybody. But I'm going to walk you guys through compensation today and how this whole operation works. So it's, I guess I'll start over. Welcome to Brainfood Ambassador, where we're taking homeschool to the homes, but we're bringing teachers to deliver the curriculum. And we have an amazing curriculum that's been shaping up. We expect to have it done here in the next 3 months. And we will be launching in August. We're gonna be launching classes in August. And we're gonna be showing that out there. So we're gonna answer a lot of things as far as what it means for the teachers, what it means for this as an opportunity. But I'm gonna go over pricing first, okay? And we're gonna talk about BV, or business volume, as far as our compensation. So this is an extension of our direct-to-consumer ambassador program. This is our Brainfood Ambassador program, and this is all about education. K through 12, and then beyond that. And we're going to be adding to it, but right now we're just tackling K through 12. It's a massive undertaking, and we literally are solving the education needs of the future. Not only are we just bringing it to the home and offering a great, safe environment in their homes to be taught for these kids and by proper teachers, but we're also going to be educating them in the latest, greatest of the technologies that we can teach. And we can offer other curriculums that'll help enhance financial literacy, entrepreneurism, and where the future is going as far as jobs and employment. And we get to do a lot of that stuff, especially in the high school curriculums. So excited to be part of that, to keep things cutting edge. There are major changes happening, and we get to help lead that. Now, that being said, we have an amazing curriculum, and I'm going to go over some pricing for the parents. Now, we're going to be covering a lot of aspects on how they can get funds. There's government funding, grants. Some states have, funds that follow the student. There are lots of ways to get the education paid for, and in a lot of cases, there's ways to get the education and more paid for. So it will fund a very high-end computer. It will fund activities and alternate sporting events and other things that they can do. And I'll bring this up there. It's something that comes up in almost every situation. They can still attend sports and play on the sports teams of the local schools. They're not excluded. They're included. They just have to, make sure they're attending practices and the other things that they have them do. Nothing changes from the boundaries. In fact, the boundaries are set. That's the one thing I do know is it's pretty adamant. If you're going to play football, you can't just go play for whoever you want to play. There are boundaries. So whatever those are, those still fall into place. But getting your education in a home environment versus going to the school doesn't change anything that way. One of the biggest questions I get, and I think more and more people are realizing that's what it is. Homeschooling has been around for a long time. The curriculums have been out for a long time, and when we set forth to create a curriculum, we were going to purchase and utilize stuff that was out there, and it came down to the point where we just needed to get our own created. It just made more sense. Things were just outdated. So we're going to have it up to date, and we have a very awesome process. We're going to do this, and so I'm going to cover the teacher side first. And Sheila's, we got several candidates already lined up. We're going to be bringing a lot more teachers on. This is going to be a supply and demand issue. We are privatized. We are a private school. All right, private, not government funded. Okay, we're private, and we can move at the speed of privatized business, which is typically very fast. And, so Sheila's going to come on, and I'll have her come on for a second. Sheila, say hi.
Hi.
So Sheila runs our entire teacher, aspect. I don't know, is Sarah on here today? I want to get her more involved as she is. Oh, I don't see Sarah on here. We're going to be bringing our Australian counterparts on here in the coming weeks. We're getting this stuff rolled out. But teachers are going to come on, and teachers need to be part of our ambassador program. They need to come in at least on our no ship, and that's the person that brought a teacher on. This is all through ambassadors. We have a very structured organization. We've been doing this for several years, and you're gonna have somebody that helps you on the marketing side. And we are going to be promoting our teachers. We are going to be doing a lot of videos and social media, releases and so forth to explain the teachers and the grades and basically get them out there, because the student and the parents of the student, they're going to care about the teacher. I would, as a parent, as a grandparent, you care about the teacher. And so we've got to make sure we do a good job of that. We have a video protocol and some things we're going to start working on in very short term. And we're going to be doing kindergarten classes to allow the teachers to show some stuff and put that out there. And we're going to be covering that in the very near future as well. The kindergarten courses that we're going to be providing are going to be provided basically for free. That's what we're providing. They'll be on YouTube. There'll be live broadcast every day, not through our normal system. Kindergarten isn't a required class in any grade, or in any state. So we're going to offer kindergarten so they can see how the course is done, get used to how we do our teaching styles, and be introduced to the different teachers that are available in those younger grades at a minimum. And the kindergarten is a good way to to get involved. But from first grade forward, they will need to be in an actual account. And a Brainfood account is $99 for a family, up to a family of 10. There is a limit. So if they're a big Utah family with 12 kids, they'll need 2 accounts. It's just how it'll go. So so up to a family a size of 10, and it's $99 a month for access to the entire curriculum. Okay, now that $99 carries 50 BV for our marketing compensation, so keep that in mind. I'll put that out there, and we're gonna have this all written up. It's very close. We're waiting on some legal overviews, and I can spell for this already, or speak for this already. It's 50 BV, so they'll pay $99, and we are doing our refer 3 and yours is free. So we rely on referrals. So if a family comes in for $99 and they refer one family, every 3 months, they're going to get credit to offset their cost of the education or the curriculum. If they have 2, they'll get credit 2 out of 3 months. If they have 3 referred families or more, they're going to get their $99 for free every month. So that's a thank you ongoing for them to help refer this out there. Now on the business side, it's going to be a lot more attractive. I'm going to come back to that, but let me just go there. It's 50 BV. Then every kid will be in there as a user. And if the child, so I'll say child, if they're in first grade, second grade, third grade, whatever grade they're in, it's going to cost $106 a month to be part of the education process. And that tracks all their attendance. It gives them access to all the classes. From high school grade above, I believe that's 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. It's $126. They actually get access to more classes. And that process, oh, there we go. Sarah just joined us, so I will be bringing Sarah on in a second. Sarah, we'll come back to that.
Oh, thanks, Rory. Thanks. Hi,
There
everybody.
Hello, Sarah.
It's the Aussie accent.
Sarah Gonfalves. Sarah is family for Tanya and I am so happy she's part of this. We've been building a Brainfood education program up. By the way, I need to talk to you after this when we're done, so stay on. Okay.
Will do.
Thanks. So you guys, this is Sarah's, and she'll be on here on these Wednesdays as we roll things out. She runs our tutoring program in Australia and does an amazing job. But we're gonna have her come on and be part of it. You guys, we're already a global company, and we're going to be launching this, I think simultaneously, Australia and US. We'll go over the curriculum, but we're going to be solving this everywhere. But we're going to start in the English-speaking countries that we have access to, and then we'll branch out from there. But anyway, Sarah, you can say hello to everybody. I'll give a formal, proper introduction as we do these week to week. So we're going over some comp stuff. We're going over some teacher stuff. You guys, there's a lot that's being formalized still, and then obviously legal review. But I'll go back to the curriculums. The students will pay 106 to 126. High school is the higher one per month to access this. And remember, they have a lot of access to funds. resources from the state and federal grants that more than offset our costs. But we have a very set cost structure for what they get that allows them to go to classes, throughout the days. There will be exceptions, like holidays. We're not going to be open. They can't even go to class. We're not going to have teachers teaching on holidays. We're not going to do anything like normal. We're going to adhere to the general holiday structure of the nations. Okay. But that being said, they'll have access to recorded trainings and updates on that during those days. If they want to be an extra, what do you want to call that? An over achieving student, we're going to give access to that as well. But they're going to be able to attend so many classes per day. It's per day. There's a limit. And the teachers are going to be teaching. Now, I'm going to go over this for a second. The teachers, they get, they're going to be teaching the grades they're in. They're going to be setting up their courses and the classes they do. And we're also going to be doing a recording of these so that after the first year of them training, there'll be a whole year of recorded trainings that'll be accessible to students. So students can go to a live class or a recorded class. So they'll always have, after that first year of us doing this, they're always going to have access to a recorded lessons for review and to go forward. And that allows the time restraints to really not exist. So if they can't meet a live, we got to start somewhere, guys. The first year, we're not going to have recordings. It's just starting. Brand new curriculum, brand new teachers. The first year, we're going to be building those libraries up. But after that first year, those teachers, those libraries are available. And when those libraries get accessed, the teachers are compensated very close to the same compensation as a live student coming to their live class. So this allows them to make more and more money on the ways as we go forward. And that helps offset things energy-wise for the first year, but also as a second year, third year, fourth year, as they're doing the live things, that other curriculum they have that's still part of the same courses, and that'll go forward until we obviously update the courses. So there's a whole process to that, and it allows the teachers to have a lot of leverage and a lot of increase in pay. So the teachers get paid 50 cents US per student per class. And we're allowing them upwards of 500 students per class. That's our hard limit. It's where our settings are at. We also know from experience that 500 is about the max before it becomes a little chaotic. We want to just keep it relatively controlled. 500 works. And so 500 kids in that class period, whether it's 45 minutes or 40 minutes, it's going to be roughly around that time frame. It's not a full hour, unless it's certain. Unless the teacher wants to go that far. But we're anticipating about a 40-45 minute class. Sarah, what do we do in Australia? How long is the class period now? And this is tutoring, and I want to bring that up in a second.
Sorry, I was on mute. We do 1 hour classes, but based on age, with the little ones, I would suggest we can offer 45-minute classes for anything sort of year 2 and under. I think we just have to judge it based on how many kids are in the class and,
okay,
so the appetite for the content.
So I know that the high school classes they're going to be pretty much 45 minutes to an hour. And I'll just put that out there. That's what the teachers will be doing. The younger grades, attention span, we know where that's at, but we're going to be running that. And Sarah deal with tutoring. Tutoring is a little different. Tutoring, they're getting more specialized training and stuff that goes on there. We're going to be offering that out the gate as well. So in addition to the stuff we're talking about here, there is tutoring on top of that they have available so they can get more one-on-one attention and the extra attention that they need. And quite frankly, when you look at the funds that are available for the kids' education this way, in a lot of scenarios, not only can they get our normal training, our normal education process, but the parents will be able to afford with the grant money, the tutoring as well. This is better than going to the school. This is really sizing up well, and I want to bring that up there. Sarah runs the tutoring aspect of everything, and she's going to be taking this on in addition. By the way, I don't see any of the puppies. What's going on?
They are outside. It's raining here, Rory. Sorry. So they are sent outside with their muddy feet.
Got it.
I have 2 crazy pugs. Sorry, everybody.
I get excited. I've only seen the one they got during COVID. Was it a COVID puppy?
It was a COVID puppy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't see that one. It's not right.
Yeah, he's got the really smashed in pug face. He's very
Does
cute,
he?
like an angry frog.
I've seen pictures. I just haven't seen live. Okay, so we digress.
I know. Hurry up and come back to Australia.
I know. I'll get there soon. We've been
Promise.
mapping it out. So I'm going to go over some pricing, and you guys, just so you guys get this rolled out there, and then we can do some Q&A if we have some teachers and stuff. And Sheila, I'll have you come back on with all that. But I'm going to go over the pricing because people want to know what it is, and we'll have this written out and spelled out here really soon. So keep coming on the Wednesdays. I anticipate that we'll have it by next Wednesday in good order to explain this. But you know, we have a 2-team compensation structure, a left team and a right team. So the teachers get paid on the service side, 50 cents per kid on the live classes, is slightly less on the recorded, but they get paid on those. And the recorded class has no limitation. You know, they can have 100 kids hit it a day or an hour. There's no limitation on that. Just the live has a limitation. And we're allowing them to create these recorded libraries so the kids can come back and access them. If they can't make the time slot, they can catch the recording. And that's going to allow a lot of versatility. Now, as we grow this and have more and more teachers with the curriculum, there's going to be a lot more recordings for them to have access to. And people can just kind of find their groove with whatever teacher's hitting their kid. That's what we want. We want the diversity. We want, and you know, it's the same curriculum, but we all have a different way of presenting and tying things in, and we like that. I got a lot of Q&A I'll get to in a second. I'm going to go over the compensation structure for the marketing side for our ambassadors. So the family comes in at $99 a month. That's a 50 BV a month compensation, right? It's BV into the system. They don't pay an activation fee. They just pay the first month of $99 and it just goes from there. The aspect after that, the 106, I think there's 30 BV on the classes. I'll have the exact numbers up when we do this. Expect it by next Wednesday. But there's BV on those too. So one family with 2 students, that could be 110 BV. If you understand how BV works in the cycles, and you know, we get paid. We do a cycle. We do a what do you want to call it? A payout structure every Wednesday night at midnight. So at midnight Eastern time, I'll put that out, Eastern Standard Time, New York City time. The computer takes a snapshot of the volume on the left and the volume on the right, and the lesser volume, it pays out upwards of 22% based on your rank. Your rank is based on the volume in the company and other requirements. They're very simple. We'll cover that, but it pays upwards of 22% of that volume, of that BV volume, the following Friday, and that's every week. It's a weekly thing. And so the more parents and you know, the more families and students that you have on the left, the more families and students you have on the right, the more ambassadors you have that are growing their families and you know, the family customers, the more volume, the more you get paid. It's that simple. But there's 30 BV per kid. So if the kids in there, you have a kid that's a 2nd grade, one at 3rd grade, one at 5th grade, you know, that's going to be 30 BV that's being paid out on each kid on that account in the compensation structure. And the referral, the buy one, you know, or refer 3, get yours free, is only on the family monthly access fee of the $99. That's just for customers. Now for ambassadors, the 3 and free also works. We keep that in there, but then the rest of the compensation model kicks in and on all the other stuff that we have. And so we'll have it spelled out, but that's how that works. I know we're getting a lot of compensation. I'll tell you this, the more families you get signed up, the more kids that are using this, the more teachers you bring in, and the more that the teachers get aspect this, the more you're going to make. And teachers, not only do they get paid as the teacher aspect per kid that attends their class or that attends the recorded class, but they also get to participate in the full ambassador program as well, because they can refer teachers in and get paid in the binary pay and everything else that we have. They get paid on all the measures of what we have, and they have access to our other programs if they so desire to be part of them. Everything under the direct-to-consumer ambassador program. And this is going to be why we spell this out on Wednesdays and go through it. We started this before we had all the legal review done on the compensation structure and while we're getting everything built, because this is going to be a lot to roll out. And we have a lot of teachers that have questions. There's nothing like this out there. No, we created this. And we wouldn't be able to do it if we didn't have everything running in Australia like we do with Sarah and Daniel up there. But I want to just let you guys know, we're not just offering the basic education, we're also going to be running tutoring. And the tutoring aspect of things is going to be run. We got tutors out of Australia, but we'll be adding tutors here in the US as well. And Sheila and Sarah will be working on that to run that through there. Tutoring is going to be a separate addition to what we do. Tutoring is way one-on-one. It's a very labor intensive, and we pay our tutors very well. And we like it when the tutors are also teachers. So we'll open that up there, because what that's going to allow us to do is not just offer teachers at the aspect of being part of the training program and the compensation for that, but the teachers also can be part of the tutoring platform and getting paid on that aspect as well. And that's something, to put out there. But there, I'll tell you, based on our experience in Australia, getting really good tutors, it works itself out. And, I think this will be a really fun supply and demand side on the privatized business aspect, but it's something that education needs. And when you look at the way that it's structured, when we take the education out of the institutions, the funds that are available allow that kid or that student, I keep saying kid, that student, to get so much more attention really with the right vehicle, and we're providing the right vehicle. I get super excited when I think about it. I get really excited the more I talk to other people about it. And I know on the back end what's being put together. When we roll this out, we'll have classes in August. It's going to be, that first year of building the recorded classes is going to be epic. And then it's just going to be fun rolling forward. But the initial ones will all be live. And, and we're going to have teachers that cover all different types of, time zones and time spans. We're going to have all sorts of different accents to share. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Sheila, I want you to go into the teacher stuff a little bit more on update for the next few minutes. And then next Wednesday, guys, we'll be spelling this out there and getting it smooth out there. But like anything, repetition is the mother of learning. Being on here and learning all this stuff is going to be very key. And then, as we bring teachers on. So Sheila, I don't know if you want to open up a Q&A, I'll let you do that. But, and then Sarah, get used to being on here so we can bounce things back and forth.
I haven't missed one yet. I've just been quietly listening in the background.
Well, now you're not going to be quiet.
Excited.
Now we're pulling you in. Yeah.
You found me. I tell you what, it's nice to be in a community of like-minded individuals. I've been on my soapbox for a very long time here in Australia about how teachers are responsible for creating the next generation. And goddamn, we should be compensated for it. We
exactly.
bring passion every day. And I'm here for it. I'm loving this idea and I'm really excited.
Perfect. Great. So thank you guys for coming here. And I'm like Sarah, I am a very avid believer that homeschooling is the way to get our kids out of the rut into a safer environment and just be able to explore their minds and more opportunities. And I'm seeing questions and comments in the chat. People's asking me all the time about homeschooling. And yes, you are correct. There is not funding for homeschooling in every state. However, every state does have funding for a privatized school. That is why I asked Roy to get with Jim to label our school as a private online school, which will be in the home. Okay. So when they do go to apply for funding, it is a privatized school. Don't put in there that it is a homeschool. It is a privatized school. It is called Brainfood. And that is what it will be labeled as your school. It is not a homeschool, so you don't have to go like I did when I homeschooled my kids and register my home as a private school as a homeschool. You have that already with our Brainfood program. That is your private school. So these states that say they do not have funding for homeschooling, great. Search funding for private school. We have that. That is what we have. I've put a link for my page for online teachers that has the link at the bottom for the form that they need to fill out for their resume. What I need you guys to do is to copy that information for your advertising and your page to create and make it yours, because you need your DTCA link in there, not mine. But down at the bottom, there's a button that says submit form here. I need you to make sure you keep that in there, because I have a set platform where all the resumes come so that we can do that. The other thing about a teacher, like I was telling Rory, this is for those teachers that say, yeah, I want to get involved in this. It's just groundbreaking. They can't maybe quit their job right now, fine, come in and teach as many classes as you can. Like he said, we're going to be open in Australia. Australia has a different time zone. There possibly could be opportunities for teachers to be online at 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. We are going to make this worldwide eventually. As far as the curriculum that we've selected is basically a multi combination of different curriculums that fit our platform, but it is nationwide approved. So you don't have to worry about, well, my state does this, my city does that. We have a curriculum that is approved federally. So you don't have to worry about little quirks that each one of your counties or states work. This is a federally approved program. So it's acceptable anywhere. It's acceptable for college too. So when they go, actually, like I said, I homeschool mine. Colleges will look at our privatized online classes almost faster than they will look at public school, because they know that you took the extra mile, you got more credentials, you got better teaching, you got more experience, not only socially, but also you had extra classes that you probably got access to that government funding schools cannot teach. That's the good other thing about us being privatized. We basically can add things to our curriculum and get approved for that will help them better understand how the world actually works. Can I say that, Rory?
Yeah, you can. And you know what? And I'll tell you something that proves out. I mean, we do a really good job in Australia, and we're going to do a great job here on the training. But, unfortunately, the education system around the globe is overall lacking. Everybody knows it. They see how it is. We don't even have to do it. Press does it for us. I mean, people know that they're in the know. And if you talk to a parent, they all of us said that they wish they could homeschool their kids, but they're too busy. They have their jobs. This gives them a way to have their kids homeschooled, because the kids, as long as they're showing up for that, and it makes it so much less pressure for the parent, because the parent doesn't have to teach the curriculum. Now, we want them to oversee. They can help out as much as they want, obviously. But we're having a teacher walk through the curriculum with them. And then obviously we go through the testing, and the testing questions come up all the time. Those that know how homeschooling works, we're going to be doing everything right as far as how they get tested, who tests them, and how it's all submitted. That's all being built into the whole process that we have here. Because it's an online system, when they access it, we're ticking off the days they show up. We actually have more accountability than that school does. We have way more things in place to walk through this. And that alone is a great, directive. And then as we get going and we prove out our, the results are going to speak for themselves, right? We have to create the results with the kids and work on that. But we can offer special study halls. We can do other things that they can attend and get extra help, including the tutoring sessions that they can get access to. And we'll work through it all. You guys remember, we're marketers. We solve problems. That's what we do every day. And when it comes down to education and getting things going, we're gonna have ways to do that. And we have a whole different aspect to what we do here, where the parents, like mom can stay home, dad can stay home. They can make this a full-time job helping grow what we do and expand it to people. I mean, every home with kids is a potential customer of this. We have a referral program that pays out exceptionally well, and that allows another means and a solution. Personally, I like to see the kids at home with one or both parents there to help them go through the education process. And we know that the world will be a better place if that happens. We're doing everything we can to support that direction for those that want to get it and have access to it. And, it's a way we can make the world a better place. And we can do better curriculums than what public school has. And we're already going to start out the gate with a tremendous curriculum. Very proud of it. And as we get things buttoned down, as we grow and so forth, we can offer a lot of other alternative classes, additional classes that these kids can benefit from. And especially in the high school grades, where the electives can be open, we can literally do a lot of trade directions. And the world is changing, and we can keep up with that better than any other education platform out there, because we move fast. Yep. And we'll find teachers for it. I mean, it's just exciting overall. So. Yep.
Yeah, they're asking about special needs, guys. I'm not turning down any teacher that's qualified to teach. And we will, as the students come in, I will have special needs teachers for those students. But there are going to be requirements for special needs students because, you know, we do have different ranges of special needs. So we need to make sure that we have a parent involved with the special needs kids. But we're going to be following that up. We want to get the basics off the ground first. But if we do have special needs come in, I want to make sure I got teachers waiting in the wings to get those in there. But we'll have to assess the child to see that they will be available to sit on a computer online. Some special needs, they are not available, they're not capable of doing that. So we will have to assess that particular child and family to make sure that they have that support if they are going to have their child on our private class and they are special needs. Does that make sense? Okay. Perfect. But yeah, guys, and like I said, just make sure. I'm seeing people say, well, I have this, I have that. I was explaining last week, as far as the form goes, please, where the description of yourself is, that's where you need to put your special characteristics in that you do, that you are capable of, because that's where you stand out. Like I said, our Brainfood program is going to be a cut above everything. There's not going to be anything out there. We want the best rated teachers that we can find. Your appeal is what's going to drive students to you to bring your income up. You're going to have a criteria to follow, a curriculum to follow. How you teach that curriculum's up to you. Like I said, if you want to come in costume every day, if you're teaching history and talk about that, that's your thing. If you want to come in and sing your class, your lesson, you can do that. You are going to be able to bring out your own unique individuality to your classroom setting. And that's why we're going to, once we get the teachers onboarded, we're going to be doing Zoom, YouTubes of you as an individual, and you're going to be able to introduce yourself out there and let them know what you're going to be teaching, and what grades you're going to be teaching, and basically give them a little preview of how you're going to teach your class. You're going to be out there drawing your oncoming students. And parents, remember, you have to appeal to the parent also. But if you get that kid and that kid comes up and says, I want that teacher, I promise you that parent will do whatever they need to get you as their student in your class. So we have right now about 20 candidates, and I will be calling you guys or Skyping or texting you this week to set up some appointments with some Zooms and do a more in-depth program. Again, like I said, this is all new, and we are addressing issues as they come up. We don't have all the answers now, but as I see chats coming in when we get together for the homeschool group, we do go over this and see what kind of issues we can resolve.
So we'll reconvene here next Wednesday. I don't know if we want to do any Q&A. If we have teachers with Q&A, we'll take those only right now. And then we're just going to be on here every Wednesday rolling out new updates and new details, guys. It's going to be, you know, all the marketing materials are coming in, all the access points are coming together, all the landing pages. You know, we do want to make sure that we're getting the marketing message out there as soon as possible, not just when we launch, but before. We will be doing a pre-launch special for families. All that's coming in the next, you know, coming weeks. We're getting everything done. That's why we started rolling out these information and you know, these calls. You know, this is a fun thing. We're going to start having our graphics to market, all the different landing pages. And, you know, again, we're going to go out there and try to bring families in. And, you know, it's a big step. It's a big step. And we're going to have these onboarding Wednesdays where we're talking to the parents. We can do interviews with the teachers on Wednesdays. You know, we can highlight, you know, the new first grade, second grade, third grade teachers on these calls. These are ongoing. And, you know, make it just a really good family environment. And, you know, I like the aspects of all the different problems we get to solve because of the structure we have. You guys, we've been building back office stuff to support this for years. And now it's all coming together. So Sarah, do you want to say anything, coming from Sydney, Australia tonight?
I'm not sure I have anything exciting to add at the moment, but I've been watching this come together for quite some time as well, just quietly in the background. And I think that the curriculum's really exciting. I think that, we can really make a change in the world. And I really enjoy this. This is like my passion project as well. So helping kids is what I love to do. And the more I can help them, the better we are. I've got loads of staff who work for me here in Australia. And so I have staff based in London and Venice as well, who already work online for me. So, we've sort of embraced the whole global education economy already. And I'm excited to get America connected. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Sarah. Stay on. Everybody else, we'll see you next Wednesday. Sheila, I don't know if I didn't see any Q&As from teachers. Last week was awesome with the teachers. And so we'll be getting that out there more. But you guys, teachers are one of the most underpaid, like they have the most important job, very underpaid. We get to solve that with this as well and do it in a very awesome direction. We also have access to help with benefits and things that we didn't have until now. Things just fell into place. I mean, awesome.
Yeah, and that's the one thing, guys. If you know a teacher, because like I said, I have friends of mine that's teaching and they want to be a part of this. And they're like, but I don't want to leave my job. I got, so much time invested. That's fine. They don't have to leave their job. This is the great, I don't even know how this is the draw to this program is that they can come in and teach when they want to, teach the grades they want to, and not leave it. But I promise you, once they get in and get started, they're going to see they don't need that other job. Because like Roy said, we got the health benefits covered. It's done. Savings Highway Global, that takes care of that right there. And then they can come in once they build up their student base and even their referrals, they're going to make more money, have better benefits, even have more time off. Because guess what? They're online too. If they want to take a vacation, they can take their computer, teach class on the beach. I mean, what's better than that? That's the one thing I liked about homeschooling is that I wasn't confined to one space. Same thing with your online teachers. They're not going to be confined to one space, to one environment. They can teach anywhere with the laptop and internet access. And then they'll have access to all of our other marketing programs. So it's all win-win. Stay at their other job until they see the other benefits. So it's not one or the other. They can do it all. And we have the vehicle that's basically going to make them want to leave their job eventually.
Yeah, we just got to play supply and demand. All right. Okay. I love it. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Sarah. Everyone else, we'll see you next Wednesday. We'll keep the updates going, and we're going to be delivering a lot more concrete paperwork for everybody to utilize. And the curriculums are, we're waiting. The curriculums are all being uploaded. It's actually a really big deal. And the structure of the classrooms, all that stuff's coming together. Pretty dang excited to see the stuff roll out. All right, Sheila, I think we're good for this week.
Yep. Just make sure, guys, get that link in there. Write your own page, but copy the link for the form to put on your page. Don't use my links. I'd appreciate it if you want to send everybody to me when my direct to consumer link, but put your link in there. And then just use the form down at the bottom. So, and I'll update that page as I get more information. But yeah, make sure you have your own teacher page and get it advertised out there. We need more teachers.
All right, let me see this. All right, Sarah, I just WhatsApped you. Just meet me there.
Okay.
All right. God bless everyone. We'll see you next Wednesday. We'll have more to share. We'll be doing more marketing pages and everything. Just keep coming as we give you the updates. This is one of those things we're going to have to get everybody up to par with. So every Wednesday is critical. See you guys next week.